the good, the bad, the odd. It's one hell of a podcast.
Welcome to this episode of The Good, the Bad, and the Odd. We're your hosts, Mark and Sam. We're changing we're always kind of changing the format. We're changing up again. We're going to be just discussing the one film this week, and after this week, we're going to be doing a comfy chair and a movie as our main cast, and we'll be doing some of our Good, the Bad, and the Telly stuff as a sort of sideline from that. So this week, we're going to be discussing Princess Mononoke. Hi, Sam.
Hey.
Right, so Princess Mononoke, your choice, I think, but we were both pretty happy to watch this. Studio Ghibli. First watch for me. I wasn't sure if I'd seen it before.
We watched it together.
Seriously, I didn't remember a thing about it. I remember a white wolf, and I didn't remember the rest of it. How long ago was it?
Oh, it was a couple of years ago.
Honestly, I couldn't. Apart from the white wolf, I didn't. And the slightly mouthy women in the village, I didn't remember anything about it. Not a thing. Not a thing. I think I actually say that. I do remember the demon attack at the beginning as well. I thought I'd only watched the beginning. That's what I thought. So how about that? How about that? Completely forgotten about it. So this is what, third or fourth watch for you?
I think it's third.
Right, we haven't covered it in the podcast before, though, have we?
I think we might have.
Are you sure? I distinctly remember Nausicaa.
Nausicaa, we definitely covered.
I know we
I just can't remember.
And I was trying to remember what other Ghibli we've done. Did we do Porco Rosso, or did we just watch that?
Yeah, we did Porco Rosso.
So we've done Porco Rosso. Have we done Ponyo?
Yeah, I think so.
Man, I thought we had, but honestly, I remember watching those for sure. Now, we haven't done Mononoke on the cast.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right then. Okay, what do you like about this film?
I like that it looks really good. And it seems that there's no scene is wasted in this film. They might go on a bit.
They're a bit crazy. There's some crazy. This plot is very unpredictable film. I like that about it though. You cannot really tell where it's going. I thought
there's a lot of twists.
So it's funny you should say no scene is wasted, because sometimes I thought when the plot turned, and I thought they were just going down a side alley for a bit, so I was thinking this is really filler. But no, the plot really went off in that direction. So I kind of agree with you that there were some times when I thought it's just kind of filler. It's just sort of making time. But no, the actual plots kept following the very weird paths, which were kind of fun. I've got no complaint about it, but they were very weird. I kind of enjoyed it. It did look beautiful. I think I want to see this on Blu-ray to give it its best, because it looked really nice, but it was a bit fuzzy.
Yeah, we had a pretty poor cut of it.
Well, it wasn't.
Well, not cut, but
it wasn't. It wasn't poor, but it wasn't the best. I think a Blu-ray will be quite spectacular. I'd kind of like to see one. This is kind of mid-period Ghibli, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, this was 97, and it was, out of 20 films they've done, it's 9th, so you're almost exactly right.
Yes, so it's got that matured feel. Having said that, Nausicaa I felt had a quite mature feel too. I mean, they've been fairly consistent, haven't they? In their way, they're like a Disney house, in that there's a certain level of quality they kind of achieve consistently. Now, we watched the English dub. What did you think of the dubbing?
I think it was pretty good.
It was excellent, actually.
Yeah.
I really like Minnie Driver doing Lady Eboshi. I thought she was really good. She was playing it a little pantomime and grand, but it worked. The interesting one for me was Gillian Anderson as the
giant wolf.
Giant wolf. That was an odd choice, but she was quite good.
Especially spooky when she starts laughing. She pulls that horrible grin.
Yeah, they don't go for the animals mouthing the words, do they? It's all through thinking that the animals communicate. It appears, because they're not voicing the lips are not moving to voice the words.
No.
And I wondered if some of that was added in the English version that just isn't there in the Japanese. I'm not sure. I would have to see the Japanese to know that, but it was. It felt like some of it was just there to do a bit of exposition to explain the dynamic a little better.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the Ghibli ones, the dynamic's a bit weird. I mean, this one, it was weird. Certainly the very end, sort of. The third
whole end
act
sequence was
right. Not quite
nuts.
sure what's going on. I know it looks beautiful, and I kind of understand the point of it, but it's. I do feel often with Ghibli films is we're missing something that we don't intrinsically understand about Japanese culture that someone from Japan would understand, like the significance of getting a head back, and I don't know if that had more significance.
I think that's like a death thing. If you lose your head, it's like your spirit can't move on or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I don't know whether we should talk. Certainly not scene by scene, but major elements. I mean, there's this idea of demonic possession. It's almost like if you die in a bad way, you become a demon in this.
Yeah, I think that. I'm pretty sure that is part of Japanese folklore.
Right.
So.
And I did find out that Mononoke actually isn't a name. It means like spirit or demon or monster.
Spirit princess. It's San's nickname.
Okay, it's a nickname because it was kind of, she was only called it by Eboshi, it seemed to me.
Yeah.
And she kind of, Eboshi kind of, in fact, interesting thing at the beginning, she was saying something like, what was it? Only when the forest dies can she be freed, or something like that. I can't remember the word. She was kind of using as a kind of justification of what she was doing.
Yeah.
But that never came up again, so it was kind of a bit odd. Let's go for the beginning scene, because I do want to talk about that. That demon attack is really effective.
Yeah.
That giant boar.
It's because it looks so alien. If I remember rightly, they did that with like CG layering it over the boar.
It's got a really weird hard. It's almost like it's hard for your eyes to follow.
Yeah.
It's almost like
constantly shifting and.
It's like zoocryptology, where animals can sort of take on patterns that make it hard to see the body form. There was like a moving version of that. All those weird worm, I don't know, slug things. I couldn't tell if they were like blood things or slug things.
Yeah,
or whatever
I've just gone with the like worms.
Yeah, and they had some really odd elements. Like in the later on when the what's the boy in it called? Ashitaka, when he has to leave the village because of, his infection or, whatever, possession. I don't know quite what it is, possession. He has to leave and he goes to the forest and he sees those little weird white walking...
Oh, the little spirits.
With the shaky heads. That's odd.
Yeah.
And also he introduces a sort of a bit of a scallywag monk, doesn't he?
What's his name?
Who tells him to go there?
Chikobu.
Yeah, and I'll try to think backwards through the film. Was he specifically sending him there for a reason, or was he just talking?
He was just
talking. Then he went there himself and did stuff. This isn't a kids film, is it? Because with this demon arm, he's like quite deadly when he gets into combat.
He, if I remember rightly, he shoots a guy's head off with an arrow.
He shoots through. He does, and he also shoots off a guy's two arms with one arrow shot as well.
Into a tree.
The arrows turn into almost like flying sickles or something. I don't know what, but they chop through people's arms and heads and necks and stuff. And he's kind of, he knows he's got this, it's a bit almost like Hulk-like story. He's got this latent power that he doesn't want to overtake him.
Yeah.
And it's either, it wasn't clear whether it was because for moral reasons he wanted to try and keep it under control, or whether by keeping it under, it would grow faster.
They do say that near the start.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, you're right. There's also this idea of their iron mining, and they're using it for iron bullets, and they're polluting the forest. It's kind of a story of corrupting the forest or laying waste to the forest, isn't it? Humans laying waste to the forest, and the wolves are kind of angry. But one of the wolves,
the boars, everything's kind of angry.
The boars come from a long distance because they're really cross, but there's a gigantic boar who's supposed to be a god boar.
Yeah, the what's his name?
I've forgotten his name.
He's got some complex-ish. It's Okatanushi.
Yeah, and he's a giant boar, but he's also regarded as a god by some of the humans. He also knows where there's a sacred pond or something.
Yeah, the grove where the spirit of the forest lives.
Yeah, but the whole
Spirit
plot
of the forest is a creepy thing.
it permeates this. Basically, the emperor wants the head of the spirit of the forest or is it the blood?
No, he wants its head.
But
that's why they shoot.
They also
head
talk
off.
about the blood giving you immortality, don't they?
Yeah.
The emperor doesn't want to die. Is one of those things. Now the time span of this seems to be turn of the 19th to 20th century. They've got primitive guns. No, probably earlier than that. Actually, there's a bit of feudal Japan built into all this. There's all these mouthy ex-brothel workers. The Princess Eboshi's taken in. She's also looking after lepers. So she's played as a villain, but she obviously cares about people, but she doesn't care about the forest. That's the kind of vibe, isn't it? And there's also some weird... There was a section in it I couldn't quite follow what was happening, where she takes out a load of troops to hunt the forest. Sorry, is it the pig or the? I can't remember. She's hunting the princess.
Forest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's it. But there's also another set of people that want to attack them. Like the samurai attack them, and I got confused.
I think there must be like a civil war going on in the background.
Yeah. They won't. Doesn't the guy that is the head of the samurai offer his help, and she doesn't take it? I can't remember the specifics now. Anyway, the film does look beautiful, and there's quite a convoluted plot that you don't really have to follow. It's more an experience to wash over you, this film.
Yeah.
That's how I kind of found it. But it does culminate in the spirit of the forest. I mean, we don't need spoilers, do we? Well, we're going to spoil it from now on. I mean, the spirit gets decapitated and then turns into a giant...
It turns into a kaiju, basically.
Yeah, a giant sort of jelly...
destroying everything.
It's got a bit of the blob about it.
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of running viscous liquid. There's also a weird bit that, again, confused me, where first we see the little spirits of the forest, but then we see these almost like six-legged ape-like things that then later in the story but are then represented as real apes. But then I was thinking, well, why were they six-legged weird things with glowing eyes?
Studio Ghibli tends to just put weird stuff in the background.
But they were the apes at the beginning, weren't they? But as six-legged, sort of almost incorporeal gas.
I think they were just spirits.
They were just other spirits. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because they moved that apes, I assume they were the apes, and then
they
the
do
apes...
say that the forest is full of spirits, so I assume it can't just be wolves, boars, and those little little humanoid things. But
yeah, those little humanoid things. There was one bit where we see the aftermath of battle with the boars.
Yeah.
In fact, we see the aftermath before we see the battle, don't we?
Yeah.
And they've got patterns on them, the boars, which made me think of the little white spirit thing. So I was trying to think if there was a message there, like the boars had the spirits in them, as well as the spirits being separate. I don't know. It was just it was a sort of, creative flourish. I'm not quite sure, but it was kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I did enjoy it. The battle was quite spectacular and quite gruesome as well, where they were dropping bombs on these boars, charging up a cliff towards them. These creatures can charge up cliffs, almost vertical cliff faces, and they were just dropping bombs on them and blowing the hell out of them.
That's the thing with boars. I wouldn't doubt that a boar could actually do that.
If it wanted to. But these boars were swarming all over them, and loads of people get slaughtered, and there's death and mayhem and all this, that, and the other. And there is
this whole bit where the elder boar is just stood there bleeding from the mouth quite profusely.
There is a lot of bleeding. He's coughing up blood and splattering everywhere. So it's like the age appropriateness of this film is a bit in the air. Very Japanese, I'd say. Yeah. It kind of looks like a kid's film, but it obviously isn't, because there's blood and mayhem and there's rude words.
Disney was the distributor of this,
Wow.
so that
I mean-
probably tied into it.
There was definitely swearing as well
Yeah.
here and there in the English dub anyway.
Miramax.
Okay, yeah, that sounds more like it. I quite enjoyed it. It was quite a good Ghibli entry. I haven't seen that much Ghibli. I find them really hard to rank. It's like I'm not sure how this ranks compared to everything else. I know I liked it. I think of all the Ghibli films so far, I probably like Ponyo the best, but it's really little
The thing
difference.
about Ghibli films is everyone likes a different one that they're at best.
They're very distinctive.
My personal favourite is The Cat Returns. But, like, I know someone who really loves Grave of the Fireflies, which is a horribly depressing film.
It's quite depressing. I've heard. I haven't seen it, so I've heard. Yeah. A good film, though. Really enjoyed it. Like the music as well.
Yeah.
And we definitely had an English song at it. I sung it with English words at the end, so I don't know if that was for the English version.
Oh, definitely. They don't really do that.
No, they wouldn't do that.
For a whole song in Japan.
Yeah. Ghibli is quite amazing. It's been a long time since we've officially done a Ghibli as a film. I think Nausicaa might have been the last one. It might be Porco Rosso. But I mean, we did Nausicaa near the beginning.
Yeah.
I think. I'm just going to check when we actually did Nausicaa. I think it was like 3 years ago. I can never remember how to spell Nausicaa. We did it January.
Nausicaa.
Yeah, I found it. We did it January 25th, 2013.
Wow.
So it's been 2 years since we did a Ghibli. So yeah, that's quite a way back. But I think we've put it. Having said that, I think we've put it in our Hall of Fame. Yeah, we did. We put it in our Hall of Fame, and I wouldn't be averse to putting this in our Hall of Fame. But I think one Ghibli's maybe enough. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, because I think one Ghibli film kind of speaks to them all. I mean, admittedly, I haven't seen them all, so I can't say that they're all good. But all the ones I've seen, I liked pretty much equally.
Yeah, it's really hard to... Because they're so twisty, I think. The plots are so twisty, it's kind of hard to think, yeah, I like this one because of this. Because every one of them, you like something about it. And some bits maybe not. There's nothing I can say I didn't like about this film. I was surprised. Even it's 2 hours 13 minutes, which is really long for an animated film like this. But it just kind of flew by.
Yeah,
I kind of just got lost in it, and it was fine. Didn't get bored or anything. Having said that, I did have to watch it. I just didn't have time to watch it all in one go. I had to watch it over 2 goes because I just ran out of time. But I'd planned that, and I was just waiting for a good bit to stop it, a lull. And it worked really well. In fact, it could almost be chopped into sort of 4 parts as a sort of mini-series, I think.
Yeah.
It worked quite well. Because it was so... There wasn't like a whole section where it was the same thing. It wasn't on the rails. A lot of films were on the rails. Almost right from the beginning, you know where it's going to go, Yeah. This, you couldn't do that. No way. So it would lend itself to sort of chopping into 3 or 4 parts quite well, I think. And each one would be pretty interesting. So I rather enjoyed this. Do you want to rank it?
Yeah, okay.
I'll tell you what it's an IMDb, 8.4. I'm not... should I check Rotten Tomatoes? I always find Rotten Tomatoes a ridiculous rating system, but it's 92 on Rotten Tomatoes. What would you give it out of 10?
I'd give it an 8.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8 too, which I think is pretty much how I rate almost every Ghibli film. Bizarrely. So yeah, that's it. That's it. Would you recommend?
Yeah, I'd recommend.
Yeah, I'd recommend too. It's definitely worth a look. When I see it again, I'm going to really try and see it in Blu-ray because I think it's worth seeing in that sort of format. So we'll wind it up there, I think.
Okay.
So bye from me.
Bye.